Hello, Internet. I have returned once more. I know, I've been making a lot of videos, probably more than anyone should within a short period of time, so that way they don't get burnt out. But the thing is, I've just been so excited for my character, and I can't wait to see how Cherry draws her, because I am just really excited. And the thing is, while I was on some of my breaks at work, I managed to draw her if she was in the future. Now, how I imagine it is if Cherry does add her to the world, or her world, essentially. I imagine Casey would have known her, but not for very long. Like, maybe because she is so used to having to fight, and I imagine that the fighting in the ring for Big Mama was still going on when the Krang attack happened, so she never really stopped fighting. And she never learned that, it's okay not to fight after she got injured in the ring. So she just kept on fighting. And I imagine, Big Mama dies in that. Essentially, during the Apocalypse timeline, she dies before she could, let Luna know, she doesn't have to fight all her life. And so her magic reflects that. She is just constantly fighting, and she has weapons, and she can't do any of that floating stuff like Mikey can, because she never learned, inner peace type ordeal stuff. So how I imagine it is, later down the line, she will absolutely be able to do, some magic stuff. And how I imagine it is, after she, decides to become a pole dancer instead. Granted, she is scheduled on days that Big Mama is not there, and intentionally scheduled on days that Leo is not there. But, one day they get mixed up, not by Big Mama, because I don't think Big Mama would want to be in charge of scheduling, by, one of her assistants. Now, how I imagine, future Luna being in the Apocalypse timeline is she chops off all her hair after it completely turns purple, and the crack on her shell keeps growing. And how I imagine it is, before Casey is sent in time, there's, one specific Krang attack that gets her killed. Now, I know, this is dark, and I should not have an excited tone while I say this, but this is me being excited about, creating an entire world. Now, obviously, we are not gonna go down the timeline where everyone freaking dies. No, we are basically gonna be going down the route where Casey and the others protect everything. And how I like to think that Casey somehow lets the guys know who this is Leo describes her, and then Casey is like, oh yeah, that's Sorceress Luna. And they just stare at him confused, sorceress, and he has to explain that she learned yokai magic and gained, some Nimpo after getting with the guys after they, found her. But I imagine she is still very closed off and doesn't know that she doesn't need to fight, because in the Apocalypse timeline, of course they would be fighting for their lives. Now, she never gets her bandana, so she wears a cloak instead. And it not only, covers her scar, but also the cracks on her back, because she doesn't want everyone to worry about her. And the thing is, whenever she has that hood up, she usually has it during battle, so that way the Krang can't read her emotions very well. But she also has it up whenever she is walking around in general. She rarely has it down unless she is trying to help somebody calm down. I imagine that's her, trying to be kind, but, she still struggles to, put on kind faces. For the most part, she's very stern, and you can't really read what she's thinking, so a lot of people think they, pissed her off for some reason. But yeah, I am going to go through with the videos. I just want to figure out what she looks like and how I want to start this. How I think I want to start this is from the very beginning. As if she is explaining it to someone. Now, I won't say who she is explaining it to until towards the end, because that is my plan. Obviously, this ain't going to be the only thing I do with her. I won't just do like a quick story and wind done. No, she is gonna essentially keep going. She is probably gonna be the one character that I do for the rest of my life, but it's gonna be on the side. It's not gonna be my main thing, and YouTube is not gonna be my main job, even though I would love to just do art all day. Alright then, this is Luna Hamato signing off, and I can't wait to see how you draw her, Cherry.